Hello, greetings. Alex was quicker than me then. How are you doing? We're here. Cameras are working. 2 of them are working. I am not putting that box under the camera. That's what did it. Those of you that were here for yesterday's bin fire, hi beautiful, and hi Tavern Wars, of course, it's that way round. Mr. Standard Evening, those of you that were around for yesterday's bin fire, we're really sorry. It really upset us, especially Alex, it always does, when stuff like that happens. The box flipped everything out. And the only way of getting it back to some sort of semblance of normality was to switch everything off. So that wasn't going to happen yesterday. Hello, Mr. Giant. Hello, Captain Rex. It is chilly. I've had the weirdest day, weather-wise. King Crev, whoa! Nah, you ain't even going there. The box that Marvel United Kickstarter, the stretch goals came in, for some reason, the artwork and the colours just did something that tripped out the whole system, right?
Yeah, the whole system.
But then it just wouldn't. It shut the stream down. It seemed everything went wrong. Anyway, weather, Captain. This morning, got to start work early, and I was outside building, and it was absolutely beautiful. Had like just my t-shirt on, and then we have had literally. It's actually sat on the little roof out there. It just snowed. It's been doing it all day long. Oh, Frick, what are you saying? Hello. Richie C, yo. Save that error happening again. Send me the box contents included, obviously. Obviously. On the subject of box contents, I've got some more miniatures to show you. I've got the rest of the Avengers. I've got the bad guys. And I really like... I'm not going to lie. I really like this subject matter. I've actually seen the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's much more like realistic.
Yeah.
And they're really pretty. What's happening? How are you doing that? Can you have you had your vaccine? Why so late? You should have had it already. It's just Yorkshire.
Because he broke his leg, innit?
Oh, what, they're not... oh, yeah, he can't go round to his house.
Yeah.
I'm so thick. Well done, all Frick. Well done, mate. It just makes you feel a lot better, weirdly, having it in you, mate. I know what you mean. So, let me go split, because I want to show you the new stuff I've got, and I'll show you what we're doing today. We're carrying on with Red Skull. He is cool. We're going to put it on a 15 in a minute because close-up's not working, and I'll show you a bit more. We're going to finish Red Skull. I've had just like 20 minutes before stream, and I just black undercoated it. This is the Winter Soldier. I love this. This is one of my favourites. I really love this. I hadn't seen it. It's perfect. It's a great sculpt. I love the little eye goggles. They're really old-fashioned and just cool. I love the interpretation. I'm going to show you the rest of what I've got. So let's start with the Avengers themselves.
Mrs. Stander's turned up as well.
Hi, Mrs. Stander. What you saying? Yeah, Winter Soldier looks great. Let me show you. I showed you some yesterday. I don't want to show you this. Well, I might do. These were some of the ones from yesterday, which is still all the Avengers. We got Vision. We got the Falcon. Doctor Strange. This is going to be one little group, right? That I'm going to be doing as a project. Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye. These are all from yesterday. And what else was from yesterday? War Machine. And this lovely young lady who I can't remember the name of, but it's Shuri.
Is it Shuri?
Shuri. There's a couple of them. This is one of the Black Panther girls. Very, very cool. These were in the main stretch goal box. Oh, and Nick Fury, of course. Right. Ant-Man. This is the rest of the Avengers. Now this one, she is wicked. She's got the little lion fist punch gloves. Right? With like the markings, like the tattoo markings on her face. They're even sculpted on. She is going to paint up so wicked. No, I can with my ski boot on. Back to work Thursdays. Oh, well, you know, you'll enjoy being out of the house. Good luck, mate. I'm glad you got it. And then, of course, Black Panther, who is wicked as well. So you got a nice little... The Black Panther crew. and there's the bad guy. I'll get onto the bad guys. There's the bad guy specifically that goes with that movie. I do like that. The same with all of the Avengers as we're working through it. But these are the main bad guys that go with Avengers, and everyone kind of their standalone films, right? Because Red Skull's for Cap. And obviously Bucky, and it all tie in. That's why I'm doing him tonight, because they kind of tie in, right, with Cap. Is my camera flipping in and out? Is it being weird? So this is the only bad guy that was relevant that came with the Kickstarter, the stretch goals. It's one of the glaives. There's lots of glaives. And then let's get on to the rest of the retinue. These are some of the coolest miniatures. This guy, I don't know their names. Kev did, but this guy's awesome. You know, he's the magic one. So these are all Thanos' dudes, right? And dudettes, because there is a dudette. Hold on, let's find her. There she is. How cool is she?
Yeah, she's wicked.
She's so wicked. They are such great poses. I just love this. Right, then we've got...
Ebony Moore is the magic guy.
Ebony Moore, there we go. And we got Ronan, who, as much as he is one of the bad guys, he's going to go off to be painted with my Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, not my Guardians of the Galaxy. In fact, Kev, while I was driving over, I was thinking of something really, really funny. I'm going to kind of ransom your figures, because we did discuss about how we were going to, like, you know, pay for this stuff. And so I've decided, I think the best way to do it is if I paint every single miniature, get it all done in like a year, bit by bit, and then on that month I give the whole lot away to the highest donator for the month. And then Kev will have to guarantee getting his models back. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't like that, he's gone quiet. And now wait, big guy, so good. Look at how good Thanos is.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's so good. Right, I just want you to notice, right, as we end up getting round to stuff like this, the thing about these models, they are stunning, and they do paint up to look like that, right? But you've really got to paint them. Look how much big, flat, smooth areas that are only really going to come to life if you do like some mad paintwork. Excuse my dirty nails, everyone. I've just noticed that. I was building all day. That's really bad. I'm going to find a second glove now. Really? I can't be looking at dirty fingers. There's one I had on earlier. No, Kev, I wouldn't do that to you. Oh, yeah, we got him as well. You know, the brute.
Oh, wicked.
The guy that give the Hulk a good hiding.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Got murked by Heimdall.
Yeah, he did get murked by Heimdall, to be fair. But they didn't make Heimdall. That's why they didn't make Heimdall. If they made Heimdall, there'd be no point in making the game. This is the bad guy from Black Panther.
Wow. Really
Killmonger.
cool.
You like him?
Yeah.
You like this sort of thing, didn't you? Tiki masky thing. And of course, we've got whatever his name is, and Ultron, because this is for the Black Widow film, and Ultron, you know, is from Iron Man. Mr. Fairbrother, what you saying? So right, it's quite a lot, right? I mean, look. Cool. Nearly squashed Nick Fury. I mean, we've got quite a lot to paint for the actual, apart from him, plus what I've painted off camera, which is 3, 4, 5, and the Hulk 6. There's quite a lot just for the Avengers specific stuff. So plenty to work through, plenty of different paint schemes, and loads of stuff to kind of be doing over the next few months, because these are going to take a while. But yeah, that's it. The only thing that Kev never got was, is that right, Kev? The Spider-Man stuff and the Thor stuff. but we might be able to get hold of that soon. Right, let's carry on tonight. Okay, so Al, give me a 15 just for a minute. I just want to show him how cool he looks so far. We can't get close-up working tonight. Yeah? Yeah. I wanted you to see him a bit better. Now look at that. Right? I did nothing. I have done not a single thing to this since yesterday. This is where we left it yesterday. This was very much so. Painting that green was like this Bob Rossi backwards, forwards play with paint. And look at it. Look at what that green is now. And look at his face. And we haven't done any of the blacks yet. We haven't done anything. Asgardian, Spider-Verse and the Sinister Six. That's what he never did. And so yeah, there we are. So you can see like the back of the head, how like really muted and dark the red is, and there's hardly any highlight, only a little bit, just undercut. And then as we're moving around, we've got this whole, these focal point lights. We're going to do this with all of them. Yeah, I absolutely adore this green, and the green against the red, because Al was like, oh no, he wears a black coat, and he probably does. But this like German field green, it just sets off the red. Always need that. So we're going to do some stuff with the metals. In metal, not non-metallic, but I'm going to paint it like non-metallic with metallic. And then we've got some blacks and greys to be highlighting on this. And because there's not a huge amount left to do with that, like I said, I worked up on Bucky. And all I did was dark brown base coat on the hair, gunmetal on the arm and on the fingers and a couple of the buckles. And then I started with... Was it bronze flesh I started with, or burnt flesh? Yeah, I started with burnt flesh. I'll give it a second coat of bronzed flesh, and I've still got to do loads of stuff to that. That's all I've done. So it's just a couple of base coats, but this will be a really simple. I'm going to like light it like on the chest, center of the chest, and then drop the lighting onto the, no light, you know, hardly any light running down the legs, just top of the bags. And then we're going to really pop that arm from dark silver right up to almost white silver, as bright silver as we can. And then he's going to have the red start, obviously, and then like a light spot here. That's the way I'm doing these highlights. I'm not the conventional way where everything's highlighted. I'm highlighting definitely from certain angles and more intense in places. Right, so we can go back to 7 now. Thanks, mate. Okay, so let's carry on with this bad boy. And when we're painting greys, or I am anyway, especially like when we get up to do this guy, because he's mainly all black everywhere, we're going to use some different ways of doing grey. So we're going to use the standard just black white grey, and then we'll use a blue grey as well. So that will be kind of the wolf grey and some electric blue, as opposed to just the cold grey. That way we get a bit of variation. I always, when I start and I'm about to paint, because we've been talking, I forget and I've got my glasses on, and then I look at it and I have this little heart attack where I go, I can't see anymore, and I've got to paint. So glasses. Right, I've got no drink and I'm as dry as a... Do
you want me to go grab one?
Would you, Alex?
Yeah, what would you like?
I would like anything that's wet. A big glass of ice water would be the nicest thing in the world. Even if you have to go ice mining.
Yeah, I will.
Right, you probably do. Okay, let's get me brushes. I did like them, thank you, Kev. And is Mr. Terminator in the chat? I don't know if I've missed you. And if I've missed anyone, and anyone is is watching that hasn't said hello, hi. Right, so what do I want to do here? I want to start. Let's start with the greys. Let's start with these belts. Okay, and I want to keep that cold, so we're just going to get black and white and play like that. It's paint along with Rasta tonight, except I'm not doing Marvel. Oh, what are you painting tonight, Paul? Are you painting your little aircraft and your boats again? Well, remind me what the Sinister Six are, Kev, as well. I'm not up on all the names of everything. So just a black-white mix. Always best to start with like dark as possible. You can always add lighter, but you can't kind of, yeah, darkening the light's pain. So with the darkest grey, and this will be a little bit hard for you to see, I'm going to start at that focal point of the belt buckle, and then I'm just going to feather it out at the back at first. That's what I'm going to do with these darker colours, and it will start to show out even more as we work through the process. That was me just wetting my brush in my mouth as well, just to pull the paint out. Where are we? Yes, Mark, here's what you got on the board tonight, Mr. Stander. Dr. Octopus, Electro, Vulture, Mysterio, Sandman and Craven. These are all Spider-Man's adversaries. Okie dokie, pig and a pokey. I understand. I actually would have liked them to have done a bit more of an armoured Rhino. Like, the Rhino sculpt is cool, but I don't think that the mechanised one wouldn't have gone amiss. I did like that take on it. So like that back, the way I'm thinking, the only bit that really get any light is that corner. So that's where my colour's going to start from. And then it's just going to fade out both sides. Because there can be like a straight highlight line, because we're painting like a cartoon. We're not painting like a miniature. Okay, it's very hard to see, but just trust me, it's working. He's also got a little bit of lapel. Who was that? Who was that? Richie C, thank you, dude. Getting himself in on possibilities of winning some lovely goodies this month. Right, so I'm thinking whether I should take that same grey. Where shall I take that same grey? I definitely want it there. Okay. Let's take it on the glove as well. Thank you, Alexandre.
No worries.
We have found out recently, ladies and gentlemen, Alex has succumbed to the fever of hay. Now that he's in the country and he's been exposed to these ridiculous quantities of pollen, he's decided he don't like it. You don't like it, do you, Al?
No.
I don't blame you.
Killing me.
It's killing him at the moment. You'll get better with it. We'll have to get you some proper stuff, not just those tablets, you know.
That's what happens when they take all the trees out of the place and then make you grow up there.
Well, you know, I have to cut the garden, and it's not just me, Alex. You do know that, right?
It's all of these tree people around.
It's all of the other tree people that are around you.
Maybe we could just do away with them forever.
Trees are good, Alex.
Not like this then.
Trees never hurt anyone, except for in Lord of the Rings. Oh, and Sabretooth. Oh, Sabretooth. I bet you that's a cool sculpt. Okay, so just up in the grey quite a bit. Can you see? See how much we've gone up? So quite a bit up.
find someone local who makes honey, spoonful of that.
Oh really?
They will help.
Must be local. Yeah, I can get that. Ian's got bees where I work.
Oh, nice.
He's got everything, dude.
He's got bees.
Yeah, he's had bees for ages. Remember building all the hives and us playing about with smoking them out. That was fun. I don't enjoy that very much, I've got to be honest. So, I don't know if you can see with this grey. Let's try and get up a bit. So, I've gone right next to the edge here, and I've brought that lighter colour out a little bit, but then the same light colour I'm going top and bottom of the belt, can you see? And then you're left with this darker part here running in the centre. So same again with this buckle. Ow, give me a 10.
Yep. Let
me go up a bit closer for them. Let me know when we're there. Okay. Right, you can see that a little bit better there, right? So with that buckle, I'll do the same. I'll start from this edge, away from the detail. Both edges of the strap. But like these are fine lines now. And then you just feather this out just a little bit. And we do the same this way and out. And again, just the edge of the strap. Tiny bit in the buckle, just from one edge. Do you see? Right, and we've got that nice, see how the black and it really pops it. Look how it's changing. From, you can see there's still the pure black on the leg. So this would be next to the buckle this side. Draw out the paint, and then top and bottom of the belt to define the shape. You've got to have a good hand for this. Hold your breath, or at least don't breathe. It really helps, or it really helps. There you go. Look at that, I just used the letter H, Al. Are you proud of me?
A little bit,
but also you're a bit disgusted.
Yeah.
I understand, I'm sorry. I went too far. Okay, so this, like I said at the back, I'm going to do a line. Right, and I'm going to leave that line hard this side. I'm not going to blend that line out. I'm going to blend the line out this way. And then I'm going to catch the belt. Just the bottom edge of that belt. So then suddenly you're left with that very, very fine black line and the shadow underneath.
So Kev has sent me a picture of the table to sculpt.
Okay, let's get that on in a second. Oh, he's wicked.
Yeah, he's really cool, isn't he?
Yeah, Kev said, right, that they're doing another Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And when they do it, you're going to be able to get everything again, apart from the starter game.
Oh, that's alright.
Which is fine, because you can get the starter game anyway.
Yeah.
But if they do that, I'm going to have in, you know.
Yeah.
And just get everything and put it to one side. And yeah, have my own little set of them, because I think they're absolutely beautiful. So taking this same grey on the gloves. So you see what that did, right? And we're not done yet. We'll go up again and then it will really go pop. So
Kev said he's messaged me about the other thing we spoke about today. Or has he messaged you?
no, message me.
Right.
I'm sorting out a tattoo. Kev knows a very, very talented tattoo artist who drew me a beautiful picture for my birthday, and if her tattooing is even 10% of what her drawing is like, and this drawing is one of her tattoos, then this girl can do my tattoo, and hopefully is going to do a tattoo for someone else as a present. It'll be my first tattoo, Pups, not like you. And it can never be as cool as Pups' tattoo. Anyone that has ever seen Pups' tattoo, you know Pups' tattoo, right, Al?
I think so.
Oh, come on, what do you mean you think so?
I'm not 100% sure.
You know Pups' haircut?
Yeah.
At the back of Pups' head,
Yeah.
on the edge of Pups' hair,
Yeah.
is a little stick man with a lawnmower.
Wicked.
It's the greatest haircut ever. And of course he's got his clone markings, but they're under his top.
Did you ever consider making a little tesseract out of green stuff for him to hold?
Who asked that question?
Pups.
I didn't, Pups, but that's a really good idea, and that could easily be added.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. I'll make one out of plastic. I will. Maybe I could put the green stuff, you know, like a little poofy cloud underneath, and then you have like the tesseract kind of floating.
Yeah, very nice.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah, that would look wicked. Good idea, Pups. I'll do that. Little mod. Oh, price just went up, Kev.
Kev says that it's the 14th of April. It's the new Kickstarter.
Oh, April.
Yeah,
That's bad, man. Why then?
I know.
Because we got May coming up. And those of you that know, that's quite an important month in the Star Wars loving man's calendar. And for those of you that like Lego like I do, you'll also understand that's quite an expensive month. And I'm saving up for stuff. Damn. We might have to go halves. Or I'll just convince Scarlett she's really into this stuff now.
Yeah. I mean, she's the one with all the money.
She is the one with all the money at the moment. You are not wrong.
We are both far poorer than she is.
Yeah, but you got a car, Al.
I do, yeah.
So this is going to be way more. This is just finishing touch now to this great. What they saying now? Seeing lots of words happening.
Kev says it's a cool idea. Rich says, I decided on getting another tattoo. I just need to decide on which one of the three I want to get. Ulfric says, get all three. Archington says, I'm itching to get more tattoo work done. Need a Bosk to add to my leg. Need to get my shots first, though, Archington says.
Right.
I'll get mine eventually.
You will.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I want my,
Something Transformers.
nah, I wish.
Don't, man.
No, it's a 9 and a 5. Both of my wrists.
Why don't you just have a 95
Yeah.
done on one arm?
Yeah.
Really nice. My brother's got this script that he's got like dates and names written. It's really nice. Rather than a 9 and a 5 on two arms, I kind of like it together in like a gothic letter.
Nice. Kay says, I've always said I never felt strongly enough about anything to get a tattoo, but now I'm a parent, that's changed. So
Right.
I might get the classic heart with the scroll that just says, sleep, my one true lost love.
Okay, I exactly was the same, but I found what I do want. I'm not having like a picture or a Star Wars tattoo. It's all like letters, and there are some words, but it's written. It weirdly is a bit Star Wars. It's written in Aurebesh, the words. So just a little nod to how much I love Star Wars. So if you wanted to know what the words were, you'd have to translate it. But yeah, never had that. I've been pierced in all sorts of places, but never that. And where I want it is right on the middle of my back, below my neck. So it's gonna hurt a little bit, I would imagine. Not as much as my uncle though. My uncle has the weirdest placed tattoo. Have a guess, Al.
What, underside of his lip?
Yeah, the inside of his lip.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inside of his lip. He's got his name. It's the only tattoo he's got. And he said he cried the whole way through. Idiot. See what I'm doing with the grey now. So as we get to the lighter colour, you can start to create a picture, yeah? And if you guys noticed, I'm not using the smallish brush at all. This sort of paintwork, you're much better off with a little bit bigger brush, a good brush that's letting you paint and not have to constantly go back to the palette. There's more comments, Al. Stop looking at weird manga dodgy girls and just read Archnin's beautiful comment.
Captain Rick says, never really wanted a tattoo. If I did, it would be 7567.
Yeah, his clone number.
Mr. Stander says, Mrs. and I are going to get a K heart and a Q heart, each on our wrists, as per the corners of playing cards.
Oh, that's cute.
Archinin says, I didn't get my first tattoo until I was in my late 30s, and I now have a full PCB sleeve, full DC villainous leg. Star Wars bounty hunter leg.
I've never heard anyone describe their leg as a DC villainous leg. That's amazing. I'm kind of jealous now. I love that.
Marvel villainous leg.
He's got a Marvel villainous leg. I've gone really high just for this final bit because I do want a bit more.
Mark Fairbrother says, I have one tattoo that I got when I was 18. I've never had one since.
Yeah, was it a mistake tattoo though, Mark? Was it like one of those drunken, what have I done tattoos? Is that why you've never had one since? There's another big comment then.
Maybe the one tattoo he's got covers his entire body.
No, I said someone else commented, I can't look up.
Yeah. Rich says, I have two, planning on getting one of them covered up. He's got one on his forearm, doesn't he? Don't know what the other one is.
Wow, I was really holding my breath then. I nearly passed that.
No, was a planned tat. Just never had another one. Rich says, both of mine are on my forearms. One on the inside of my right arm and the other one on the left. Yeah, like I remember he's got some words written along one of his forearms. Can't remember the other one.
My brother's got absolutely hundreds of the bloody things.
Well, yeah.
But some of them are very cool. But they're just a bit random now. They're like everywhere. There was no planning involved. So they're just, there's a tattoo, there's another tattoo. Oh look, there's one weirdly positioned here, in between a toe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Six, good evening, folks.
Monsieur Six. What are you saying, dude? Dude, you might be able to come and visit in a month or two. You need to come. I'll start buying chicken now.
I reckon Johnny's paint style would lean into this a lot.
Yeah,
as well. I
don't know if Johnny's got some of these. I'm just with my black anywhere I wanted to.
Archlin says, I have to plan mine, and that's why it's full sleeves. The Pie says, evening, got a WoW raid at 8, but I thought I'd drop in to see what's going on.
Good old WoW.
And Smith, I see.
I lost so much of my life to that game. So all I've got is I've got like this little bit of black, which is really, really watered. Super watered. And if I want to put any just really dark black edge.
Johnny says he's got most of the models.
I can just... That's it. Look at that. Look at that from just grey, from black before. So look at that black leg dead, and now look at the difference in that belt. And the highlights on the gloves. It's all just right, yeah? I'm really going to push. If I'm actually genuinely teaching you art, I've got to push that you lot try to start thinking about your paintwork as a picture, not just a 3D thing you put paint on like with numbers. Go, that area is this colour and that area is it. You can paint the picture even though someone's given you the canvas. That's when things just start to look ridiculous. Okay, before I do any more, because I just got the leg and the boots, which are not much, I want to do these silvers. So I started with gunmetal, really dark, really pops against the overcoat, right? Everything's going to pop. And watch now with the silver, because we're going to go super high with the silver. Where is it? Silver, here's silver. Is that you over there hiding? You're steel. You're not silver.
Pi says his face looks wicked. Excellent job. Pops against
the I'm sure I got another one somewhere. I hate when paint does that.
Gets up and runs up.
Yeah, just vanishes. There it is, falling down. Okay, so let's go to where's my gunmetal. No, I can't find that. Oh my god. There it is. Okay, so gunmetal. In fact, I don't need a mid silver. I'll just use dark and light, and then silver, really silver. So most of this is going to be pretty poppy, like pretty high, but let's start with a complete mid colour. Because it is very dark at the moment, and the reason why it's that dark is that kind of acts as almost a black edge. So the belt buckle, I'm not going to paint straight over it. I'm going to paint in lines. Look, all right, then I'm going to paint a line here and a line here. Take off my excess. And then I'm just going to soften both edges. Right, that's the start. You see? Then we're going to add to that in a second. We're going to keep that same strands as we get lighter, and it will add some detail. So the buttons, I'm going to repaint the circle. I'm going to leave an edge, and I'm going to leave a little bit of the darker colour at the bottom of the button.
says it's always this black paint that there's a runner and he can't find it.
Oh man, I'm like really hoping non-essential shops open because I need paint.
Yeah, the 12th are not.
Yeah, no, you know, I know they are, but I'm struggling for art supplies now.
Yeah.
I need to get to Hobbycraft. I need to get all sorts of places. I genuinely am running out of basics like black. So most of this buckle I'm going to go over with this mid colour. Got to be really neat with this. You don't want to kill the dark edge. It'll help the button to pop. Little one on that. Not too fussed about that one because he's in the shadow.
Archinin says I have a couple of different black paints and I tend to only ever reach for one of them.
It's favourites, isn't it? Okay. We can jump straight to the high colour. Should we jump straight to it, George? Yeah, jump straight to it. So I'm going to, with this belt buckle, let's get back in, where's the right sort of focus height there. So I'm going to hit the edge. And then that same line, so I've just taken off the excess and I'm moistening the brush so that bright silver we can pull out, and you see how you leave that little darker part. It's the same principle when you paint in non-metallic metallics. You're not using metallic. It's more of a cartoony thing. So now the belt buckle, that is really high, it kind of moves in the light. So now it really is kind of top half of the button, and if you can, you're leaving like a little circle of the dark. So at the top, and then you're just coming round into that dark with a very faint edge. And then this buckle, let's do opposite corners, right? So that corner, you pull the light out, and then the opposite corner, we pull the light out. Where are we? Okay, nearly done with the silvers, just these couple on the back. Okay, so metal's done, belt done, coat done, just trouser and boot. Trouser I'm going to do a little blue grey, and then the boot I'm going to do a brown grey, which is weird. I've just thought of it. Let me get some blue. So I'm just going to have some blue and some black I've already got. Trouser don't need much. First little bit, pretty much all over all of that, leaving a little bit of pure black this side and that side, because that's where I'm going to work my paint line. You'll see, because remember, painting a cartoon. Let's add a little bit more blue, a little bit of white. Sorry, well off camera then, because I couldn't see what I was doing. Where are we? On the leg. So there's the knee, right? And then big old bit of white, a bit of water. So just like in a comic, where you have the preceding, you know, the layers of colour and then the line highlight. That's all I wanted, was a little bit of line on that leg popping out. And now I'm going to use a brown on the boot, but I will make it grey with some white and some black. So it's a very dark brown at the moment. Just front edge of the boot. It's really not much on this tote. A little bit on this side. Just catch a bit here. And then we'll add some white into that mix. touch more white, final colour. It's just going to be a little bit. Kind of running up that, just almost a little light fleck on the boot. A dupe. Was I anywhere near screen then, Alex? Were you watching? Was I off screen massively? I feel like I was painting over here somewhere. You have to tell me when that happens.
A lot more to the right. Yeah.
What, I went this way? Or this way?
You went towards the TIE fighter.
Right,
you
okay.
Do have a lot. You paint towards the TIE fighter.
Right, okay. Alright.
Actually,
Actually, I've got to sit across here a bit more. I can feel myself doing it as well, but I can't look up. Okay. So, what we are, our 10.
Yeah.
Give us a 15. I've got the base to do, and that makes a huge difference. You'll know that. Let me know when.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ulfric. Thank you very much. Let's get you a nice all-round view. You can see what I meant by like that light point, right? I hope I explained that away. Can you see like that, how that lighting works down that arm, the where it's coming across? Yeah, the face is just phenomenal. I'm really, really happy with how he's come out. Really great colour combination. Yo, Lee, hello, beautiful man. Rasta waves back. Should we just tighten his base up a bit, because that'd be really easy to do. Let's tighten his base up, and it'll make him look fly. Let's go back to like a 10 now. How are you, Lee boy? Where's my somber grey? I'll find it in a minute with my. Come on, somber grey. Alex, everything's hiding from me tonight, man. And it's all right in front of me, which is even more annoying. There it is. Worn out. Pretty fly for a Red Skull guy. Why are you worn out, brother? You've been walking and doing your stuff. It's good for you. I'm really proud of you doing all that. And Zoe, she's done like 1 billion steps. So this is just somber grey. It was what I did. All I did with the base was I painted it somber grey. I washed it with black. I washed it with brown. And there's a couple of bits that are like metallic that I did some. It was gunmetal, and then just inked it all. That's all I've done. And all I've been doing with the base is that. And then we're just going to catch an edge. And we'll start doing some little cartoony lines on things, just making it look a little bit more interesting. And by doing this, you just pull out what they've done. It's a quick way of making something at the base. I suppose you could take hours if you really wanted to go mad, but it is a bit hard because he is stuck on the base. So if you wanted to go mad, you'd really need to take him off. Because I've done that wash, right? The wash adds, and I put it on quite heavy, it adds colours. And so as you put back and you do this kind of edging on it, and a few little bits and bobs with your brush, it just suddenly gives you a lot more detail. Even though it's not actually there. Just make it up. Get it to pop, that's what I like to say. What's time, Al? How have I done?
It is 5 to 8.
Damn. first little go around. Any other little... Terminator, hello Terminator. I was asking for you earlier. Mark, send me photos of what it actually is. I don't charge by height. Just let me see the models. And by the way, your package should be arriving tomorrow. And when it does, there's a little extra in there for you because you had to wait so long for it. Okay. I've got some cables. I've got to pick those out in another car. But let's just jump up with Wolf Grey. It's all we need in life is a bit of Wolf Grey. Probably 50-50.
He's a cool, awesome one guy. Did you see Lee's worn out because he's had 2-week roller coaster setting up a new business?
No, what business? I've got an idea for a business, Lee. Naked cleaning. No? There's got to be people that need that. No, Al? You not think there's a corner in the market?
Maybe. Right. Yeah, it wouldn't be my business, I don't really think.
No? But you're the sort of guy I'd get to work for me.
I reckon you can sell sandwiches on the internet.
So what?
Sandwiches on the internet.
Sell sandwiches on the internet?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because I reckon it make good money.
But how would you get them to people?
By couriers.
What?
To their offices.
No, I think you're thinking about a world that used to exist once upon a time.
Yeah.
That is never ever going to exist again now.
I haven't had many pandemic business ideas.
I don't think it's going to go back to that ever again, personally. I think a lot of people are going to start working from home now, forever.
That doesn't stop the white couriers getting to them.
What, at their houses?
Yeah.
No, but they have sandwich making equipment at houses.
So, we have sandwich equipment in our house, but...
What, you'd order a sandwich?
I don't know, somebody might.
No one in this house would take their good money
No, I wouldn't.
and order a delivery sandwich.
Isn't that just delivery? Yeah, I mean, kind of. But
Yeah.
High quality sandwiches. You can charge £8 a sandwich for.
You just want anything you can charge £8 for.
Yeah.
I love that.
That hot dog stand.
What was it I cooked you that you were like you could charge £8 for that?
Burger.
It was my burger, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't make the burger, I buy the burger. And it's not very expensive. They're not very cheap, but they're not very expensive. It's just how you cook the burger.
Well, and also...
And how you give the burger in the bun.
The brioche bagel, bacon, gouda, cream cheese.
Triple cheese fret burger.
That you could definitely make money from. Or I'll become an importer of bacon into Europe.
I'm going to become a bacon smuggler.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Bacon and cheddar cheese smuggling.
Yeah.
It's where the future is, Al. I sent a parcel to Holland the other day, and you have to fill out custom declarations now. Yeah, I know. It's madness. That was never the way.
Feed the poor Eve.
You know?
We just had to apply for an import-export license, they said. Does that mean you can export a crate to Holland?
Can you export me,
Yeah.
Lee? Are you allowed to export people? Because if so, I want Protect Services. Maybe Lee could send me to Holland on a lucrative business deal, setting up, a Dutch Protec. It's called Blowtech.
It's called Smuggle Line. Have a man with a fast ship. Why would you smuggle cheddar cheese into the UK when it's made in the No, I think you've missed the point.
Who's that?
Entirely.
Who said that?
Stand-up.
No, smuggle it out.
Also, have you seen the price of cheese?
And bacon, dude. They don't get our bacon there. And once a Dutch person tastes that bacon, they can't go back. They're like, I need that in my life.
He said a sailboat is pretty low tech. So you could have pro tech and then low tech. And low tech is just a sailboat.
I like it. I'm going to get one of them skipper's hats. And that'll make it all legit then.
Get a pirate hat.
I'll have 2 hats. Pirate hat for when I'm just at work.
Okay.
And then a proper hat for when, I'm in port. Look at that. Look how that's just all popped out. Because of just literally 2 colours. And then we'll just pull out those bit of pipe. I might do something on that pipe actually. Because it's a bit boring.
Go high tech, send it via drone. We've actually been looking at how to hire staff this week.
Protec has.
Yeah. B says I need English bacon and cheddar now. I'm
Yep.
addicted.
Yep. See? She knows. She's had the cheddar love. Yeah, cheddar's the best. I make the best cream cheese and bacon bagel ever.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to have British bacon.
It definitely was improved when we had the Gouda from Gouda.
Yeah. Cream cheese and bacon with Gouda in a bagel and butter. You've got to have the free dairy for it. It's not for anyone that can't handle dairy.
And a reasonable help of pepper on it.
Yeah, of course. That's what balances all the cheese.
Why stop at bacon? Just go full English.
Who's this? Who said that?
I can't even pronounce that name. You might have.
Hymetrium. I have no idea who that is, but I agree. Full English is the way.
I don't know. Quite a nice sandwich.
No, I don't get me wrong, Al. I agree with you. A bacon sandwich is a lovely, lovely thing, but a full English rocks, man. Like, one of the first things I'm doing when things get back to normal is going to the marina and having my breakfast. Damn, do you remember that whole patch where we were going out looking for it? We were like, why is it not open? Why is it not open yet?
Well, and also...
It's because they changed it and we hadn't listened.
4 different calves.
Yep. Just wanted a cooked breakfast.
What did we end up with? Oh, that was when we got shawarma, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was wicked.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nah.
I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, but I was just all the time thinking this ain't a full English.
I had it with like that proper home cooked bread. It was well nice. Archton says I miss proper bacon.
See, he knows. Like when I go home to Italy, like the greatest country in the world for food, we can all argue about that later, I still bring bacon. How can you leave home without bacon? That's just madness.
That's isn't that the whole plot of I Am Legend, right? World descends into chaos. His bloke has 1 pack of bacon, and the second the bacon runs out, everybody dies. So.
Over the last rasher, like a massive fight. There would, wouldn't there? We had bacon pasta. Well, I did. Al didn't. Al will eat later.
Yeah.
Simply just edging the base. I'm working too high, I'm sure I am tonight. I think I'm well off. Okay, let's give him a hair dry. What are we on now? 10?
Yeah.
Let's go up to 15, bro.
To be fair, Italy does have prosciutto, which is nearly as
Prosciutto's not. It's not bacon. It don't matter where you go in Italy. You can't buy proper English bacon. We're at 15.
Yeah, we are at 15.
Cool. So there you go. He's done. He needs a like a gloss varnish on the edge of the base. Is that more in focus? That's better. Bacon is the only known cure for vegetarianism. Vegetarians live, Kev, I'll have you know, on average 4 years longer than a meat eater. But that is 4 misery-filled, baconless years. Eat bacon. It's good.
Well, that's it. I mean, both of us has done spates in vegetarianism.
What do you think, peeps? Do you like it?
It makes sense.
4 unhappy, that's right, baconless years. There he is. I think he's pretty cool. That's the first bad guy. Let's get his mate. Oh, that was bad. Okay, I'll get that off you later, Hulk. So there we go. Cap and Red Skull. We got Bucky to do. I really love these figures. Once the Tesseract is done, it will be complete. Yeah, I agree. You know, you're weirdly right. It does kind of need that Tesseract, but Then Captain, you know the problem then comes is I should have then painted like a green glow over everything, right?
That's not that powerful.
It's not that powerful. Rasta has all my miniatures. What was that? Have you played yet, Kev? No, you can always come round and play with them, Kev. You are welcome. So that's Red Skull done. Done Black Widow. Out of camera. Out of focus. Done Iron Man. Done Captain America. Done Captain Marvel. Done the Wasp. Bucky's next. And the Hulk's done. We're just doing his base. Oh, there he is. Al, give me back like a 7 or something.
Yeah.
Paul. Stop, man.
Yeah.
No need for that. Blue glow. Is it blue?
Yeah, it is blue. Yeah.
You know why? Because he said Tesseract. And in my head, all I can think of is Tesseract green.
Yeah.
Okay, peeps, I need your help. What colour are Hawkeye's eyes? Please say blue. I'm going to start. Let's start with the face. Let's do the eyes. Let's get some fresh white. Whoa, that was lucky, Delapina. Okay, they can all move.
Isn't that like 350 miniatures in the complete set? That's just a star for painting them all for you.
There's at least 70 or 80 miniatures that I've got. And yeah, Kev, I've got an actual idea I want to talk to you about as well, about how to display these as an actual display item in a cabinet. So this is going to be the messy bit at the start. You know, the bit I do every week. We are negotiating the price. We'll sort something out, mate. I just love painting them. And you're my Wookiee. So you know I'm going to go in and clean that up, right? What did I go to? A 10? Al?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back to a 10?
No. 10's... am I at a 10?
No, you're at a 7.
No, go to a 10. Sorry. It was just a habit. I've got no room in my cabinet, pups. It's just Lego. And now I'm having to invent inventive ways of getting the Lego in with the other Lego, because there's so much Lego. And my cabinet's like 4 meters long.
Maybe get rid of some of the Lego.
Wash your mouth out. Yeah, get out of my ass. I mean, that sort of talk is what starts fights, Alex. I mean, do you want to live to 26? It's getting old now, everyone, I'll have you know. I filled out the census for us, Al.
Wicked.
I put down that you were 32, a middle-aged woman and a burlesque dancer.
Nice.
I didn't really, Al.
Done.
I told him you were 31.
Some books.
Blue eyes. Thank you, Richie C. Blue eyes. So let's get a blue, a decent blue. Let's go magic blue. Let's go magic blue. I might get my little brush. Remember, anyone that donates, the top 5 of those throughout the month will get entered into the end of month art giveaway, which is always for a beautiful piece of artwork, i.e. something I've painted on stream, or something I haven't, but it's something I've painted. Just because that keeps popping up, so
Did you put your religion down as Jedi? Oh,
I did.
somebody sent me a message. What has Lee sent? Oh, okay. Okay, that's a strange looking game.
So get me a bit closer, Al. Get me like a 15. Okay, so and I've got to go round it, right? So, but we're painting the dot to the top, and we're going to leave a white line under the pupil. This is not reality. If you were ever drawing a real eye, you never see the white underneath it. Very, very rarely. But just on this, you need to do that, and then we're going to put a spot of black in the centre, which would be the pupil. So you're almost painting two eyes, one inside the other.
So Lee sent in a photo of him playing Marvel United. It does look like a very
cool
different game.
Okay.
Circle board.
It don't look like the figures do that much.
No, that's what I was thinking. It looked like a card game that had some cool figures.
Alright. It is hard for you to see the black dot, but it is there. Now let's just line the eyes. Well, you're being a pain in the bum. There we go. Okay, see how you create shape? Always easier to cut that line in afterwards. Okay, let's do something simple for the teeth. So this is more to just already put the white in there. hard for you to actually see that teeth line. There's a little like line in his mouth. Okay, I messed that up a little bit. Let me just... Okay, that's better. Now I can cut back over the mouth with the bronze flesh tone just to tidy that edge up before we highlight the skin and highlight the mask. So it is all I'm trying to do with a lot of the face details is get that mouth and get the eyes like as if they'd been drawn. These are not the models where you need like huge amount of face painting as such, because they're very simple faces, so you're not going to get all those grizzly lines and things you would on a normal miniature. Okay, I'm going to add some dwarf flesh, dwarf skin, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to change this brush to small and go back to my faithful brush.
Protec says, we're coming down your neck of the woods in July, by the way. 17th, I think he says.
I know, bro, I know. I'll be there, don't worry. Pure dwarf skin. So I'm keeping the light on this face all in the centre. And then top of this cheek. Just leaving it, see, darker this side. Just as we got the hair hang. Alright, can you see that colour there? And then as we go around it gets lighter. And then drops back underneath the colour. Tiny bit of white in my dwarf flesh. Because this guy's from Mother Russia, right? I know he's American, but you get what I mean. They've had him in the ice, in the freezer for a while. So I want to go a bit whiter. So now it's just going to be nose. Just need a bit more water. It's too dry. See, that's all we need. In fact, we're going to go even white. It's great. That's all he needed. Just want to touch up that mask. Give me back a 10 now, Al.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, just touching up that little bit. Thank you, Al. Okay, so let's do a little bit of highlight on that eye patch, and that'll lift that out. Let's get the little brush and let's do some let's have some black, and I'm weirdly gonna just put some of this flesh colour in it. What the hell was that noise?
I have no idea.
What? My messenger's changed the noise all by itself, Al.
Oh yeah, it's nothing I've done.
What?
It's nothing I've done. Kay says, I'm getting a friend to 3D print me Bucky's mask from Captain America the Winter Soldier so I can put a cloth one inside and wear it to the shops.
Oh, dude, can I find out how much? I'll have one. I've got me my Kylo, but I'm always up for crazy masks.
Kev's just sent a Sinister Six to So he sent me 7.
Yeah, it's Sinister 6, but there's actually 7. tiny bit of yellow I put there. It's being a pain in my bottom. No, that's not the colour.
Time for me to head off and grab lunch. Have a good rest of the stream.
One love, Archnin.
So this is picture 1. It's the Green Goblin.
Oh, that's wicked. That is awesome. Go on.
These are all Spider-Man villains. Well, that's the Vulture, and I'm glad that they did it as the newer Spider-Man mechanized Vulture rather than the one that I saw that was just like a weird-looking bird bloke.
Right.
Doc Ock.
Yeah, very cool, man. That's a wicked model.
Yeah. I think this is my personal favourite out of the group, Mysterio.
Yeah, man. That's beautiful.
Sandman's pretty cool.
This Sandman's awesome. Love the stripy jumper.
Yeah. I think this dude's called Electro.
Okay. It didn't look like that in the film, but anyway.
It's weird, you do have some like original comic art and some film art.
Yeah.
And then this is... part of me wants to say like Hunter, Beast Hunter.
No idea. Never heard of him.
He was in Spider-Man.
So final little highlight on the face mask.
Craven the Hunter. Right. Cheers, Rich.
Okay, so I actually overdid that a little bit. I need to go back in with the black, I'm afraid. So very thin black. That's better. Okay, that's better. What are we on now?
10, I want to say. What would you like it to be on?
Well, what are we on?
We're on 10.
Yeah, 10's fine. Just curious. I never understood Craven as a character. He's obsessed with hunting Spider-Man because he views him as the ultimate prey. Which, yeah, would make sense if he wasn't in a world that also has Wolverine and Sabretooth. Yeah, fair. Okay.
The best Spider-Man villain is the French bloke that just leaps everywhere.
What?
Yeah, Badrick the Leaper. He just leaps in through windows, steals paintings and leaps out. That's his special ability, he leaps.
Is that from a cartoon?
Yeah. It was really French as well. It's just like,
I, Spider-Man, I'm going to steal the art.
I never got away with anything. It was the worst supervillain in the world, but it was at least funny.
Leather brown and dark brown. I'm going to start doing something with the hair. Where's my other brush? No, there it is. Oh, shall I go for even a different size? Yeah, let's go for this size. Okay, so
He was actually in one of the films as well, now I think about it.
who was?
Patrick.
What film? I don't remember him being in anything like that.
It's one of the Captain Americas, but they made him less trash. He's the bloke that robs the container ship.
Oh, he was cool.
You know, he jumps about the place and
Yeah.
fights Captain America. Yeah, he was originally a French guy that stole paintings. I think they ruined his character personally, but
Well, he should have just been leaping.
it's cool.
Captain America, you can't catch me! Boing, boing,
Yeah.
boing. What's wrong with you, Al?
Hilarious.
Should have Ragnar turning up maybe for next week's show, but I can't guarantee that because I am not the post and I can't guarantee I've got time to actually put the thing together.
That's what I was going to say. That's a project in its own self.
Maybe they don't want to see that, do they?
It's a lot of cleaning.
It's a lot of time scraping plastic, right?
Yeah.
No one really wants to see that.
Well, we'll see. Maybe they want to find out how to clean it. Like, I think there's going to be cocktail sticks involved as well, isn't there?
There's always cocktail sticks involved in everything in my life, Alex.
What, like that episode of Simpsons where if it's on a cocktail stick it's free and they're in that Costco. They're at home and trying to stab a lobster with a cocktail stick. It's just stabbing boxes of cereals trying to keep them on this cocktail stick.
I haven't seen that.
It's hilarious.
Okay, so just add in this leather brown. I'm going to add some yellow into this as well, into the mix.
Captain Rex says, good point Alex, a little bit of how to prep would be interesting. They'd like to watch you put Rex
Okay.
on cocktail sticks.
We'll do some how to build when Ragnar's here. Okay, let's grab me some yellow. Let's put it over there this time. So I'm working really quick with these colours as well, so a lot of the time the area is not completely dry. And if you notice, I'm not doing now with these lighter, this is light. It's time, brother.
1:45.
Okay. And now, instead of white, let's get a bit of my bone, because white would work weirdly with the yellow. Okay, I think that's him. Maybe not. Okay, that's better. Happy? I am anyway. Okay. point, Alex. A little bit of well, okay. That's Pups. He's already read that. Okay. So you see what I mean? Like, we don't have to paint these all the way around. We can get a nice little style. Because I'm going to light the chest a little bit. Because obviously it's just going to be black and boring, right? But I think we should start with getting some work on this arm, probably. They just pop out. If you paint them a bit more like Kev's really great at drawing cartoons. In fact, you should maybe send in some pictures of your drawings that you've done, Kev. Where's my focus? There it is. So he's looking great. How long have we got? We've only got 11 minutes. I don't want to start something I can't really. In fact, Al, give me like a 15. Let me just show the face. We've got 10 minutes. Or 11 minutes. So I might actually just leave it there for tonight. Got 15?
Yeah.
No, I'm just asking. Yeah?
Yeah, it's 15.
Alright. Can we go more? Can we go 20?
Yeah.
I just want to see what that looks like. Yeah?
A second. It's not so close. There we go.
Really like this. Love him.
Yeah.
And let's just show you Red Skull again. That's what. Where are we? It's that lovely boy. Okay, I'm going to just show you a couple because we've got a great camera. Just for those of you that are not seeing what we've done. Where's our camera? That's probably it. She's still my favourite. I glossed her eyeballs and I wished I hadn't. I'm going to get rid of that because it hits the camera too much. And we'll finish on Cap. Just because it's America's butt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it for tonight. We'll call it a night there. We'll end with this lovely boy. Cool. Let's go to full screen now. Right, that's it for tonight's show. It was all Marvel United. I hope you don't mind. We will be back on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back on Saturday and then we're back again the Monday afterwards. So we're back into a Sunday, Monday for the next little loop. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't pushed the follow button, please do. Just lets you have notifications when we stream because it's always different days. If you can afford to subscribe, please do, and check out Rasta Mace Painting Patreon. And any of your donations go towards the end of the month stream goal, end of the month prize giveaway, which is going to be probably some Tauntauns or an X-Wing painted ship this month. Other than that, have a great week, people. Stay safe, and we will see you on Saturday. One love. Peace.